How to nearly get a #1 album, part 3, Dreams on Toast. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to this video. And unfortunately this isn't quite a follow-up to how to get a #1 album videos, because sadly The Darkness's Dreams on Toast only got to #2 in the UK album charts. It did, however, get to #1 on the vinyl album charts, on the independent album charts, on the rock and metal album charts, and in the album download charts. But still a great result. It's their best chart position since Permission to Land, their debut 20 odd years ago, more than that now. But disappointing that they were beaten to #1, and personally even more disappointing that it was by Mumford and Sons, of all acts, an act I have no time for whatsoever. But yes, they tried their best. So they released, I think it was 21 physical versions across vinyl, album and cassette. Unlike Lottery Winners, I haven't quite gone the whole hog because I didn't get the cassettes. I don't have any Darkness on cassette. As you may know, I have no easy facilities to listen to cassette anymore. I can listen to cassettes on my mum's cassette player in my front room if I really wanted to, but that mean I can only do it when she's out and bloody yada yada yada. So it's not easy for me to listen to cassettes. I do intend doing something about that because I've got quite a few and some stuff that I've only got on cassette, so I do intend doing something about that, but it's not a high priority for me. But anyway, yeah, so I didn't buy those, but I have got all the CD formats. Future Martin here, except one that I hadn't ordered deliberately, but I then totally forgot about, but stay tuned. And all I think the vinyl formats, I hope anyway. So I will show you those and talk a bit about them. So first thing I'm going to show you, I'll go through the CDs first. So this is the live edition. So a unique cover for this one. So it has the album, and then it has 6 tracks that were recorded back in November, December, I think it was. December, because it was Dan Hawkins' birthday, which is on the 12th of the 12th. They mention it on here, and this is one of the 2 versions of the album that I have listened to so far. Recorded on the 12th of the 12th at Rough Trade, when they were doing a little promo tour for the album. And it is, the 6 live tracks are 6 tracks from the album. They just played new material there. And a great deal of fun it is too. Then, like Lottery Winners, like many bands, they have released band member specific versions on CD. And what's nice about this, which is different from certainly Lottery Winners, I don't know about any other acts because I've never collected them for any other act, but each one features a bonus track written and performed by that band member. So first up, because it's the one I've listened to so far, is Frankie's version, Frankie Poulan, the bass player. So it has the standard album, and then his track is Peppermint and Chamomile, which I really liked. It's a sort of English folky track about the discovery of peppermint and chamomile tea, basically, but it's funny, it's catchy. As I say, I really enjoyed it. So all these other formats I haven't listened to yet, but we'll go through them. This is Justin's, as you spotted with Frankie's, it's signed by him. So Justin's signed by Justin, and his bonus track is called The Wishing Well. The discs are all the same, apart from obviously extra track on the contents. But that's Justin's. Then we have Rufus's. So his bonus track is a track called My Only, which is an ode to his dog. I have heard that because they played it live when I saw them a couple of weeks ago. Each version of these say at the bottom, so that says Rufus's version. Or Rufus version, should I say. This is Dan's version, and his bonus track is Au revoir, my friend. And then again, this is Dan version at the bottom. Then, this was quite an unusual move, and I don't really quite understand it, but they released a Christmas version of the album, which was for sale only in the run-up to Christmas and contains a Christmas track. But, of course, because otherwise it wouldn't have been chart eligible, didn't come out until last week when the album came out, the 28th. Who's buying a Christmas album in, or who wants a Christmas album in, like, March? But, yeah, nevertheless, I bought it. So, this is the Christmas version on CD. So this comes in a proper CD wallet. Very basic lyric sleeve notes. And the Christmas bonus track isn't what you'd expect. It's not Christmas time, Don't Let the Bells End. It's a version of Mistletoe and Wine. Now, you'll notice that's not signed, but by ordering the Christmas album, and I have it on vinyl as well, which you will see, I did get at Christmas a Christmas card from the band. Season's beatings, we at Castle Darkness urge you to have an acceptable Christmas. They should really move it to March when you shall receive the ultimate gift. Let's raise a toast to your dreams. Merry Christmas, one and all. Interesting. Better signature from Justin. As you'll see, most of the signed bits he's just put just, but a proper full signature on this. So this is the standard CD version, bought through their website. Unfortunately, Frankie's signature is a bit smudged on this, but it really doesn't matter when I've got so many versions of their signatures. And again, the lyric booklet isn't anything extravagant. And that's all the CD versions, yes? Yeah, so the one that I hadn't ordered at the time of recording, but have subsequently done, so I'll show you it here, was the Amazon exclusive CD. So you will notice a slight variation on the cover, which I talk about later in this video for a vinyl version. But again, it's signed. And we have the CD. Nothing exclusive regarding the contents on this, but just the cover variant made me decide to add it to the collection. That's all the CD versions. So we should move on to the vinyl. So vinyl, they did lots of store-specific exclusives, which I believe I did track them all down. If anybody knows of one I've missed, please let me know, and if I can get it, I will. Stay tuned. But I think I've got 11 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 copies on vinyl. Which I think is all of them. In fact, I can check that, because I just found that, it says there's 13 vinyl, according to Music Week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I might be missing a vinyl. If anybody could tell me which one it is, so that I can get it, that's frustrating, but yeah, please do. Stay tuned. But yes, so as I say, lots of different store exclusives. I think I can remember, or I've made notes as to where each one of these came from. But yes, so first up we have this one. So this came signed. So yeah, that's what I was saying about Justin's Just. And down at the bottom, Frankie and Rufus. This is the Kerrang Music Store exclusive. Inner sleeve, little bit more extravagant. But this is a splatter vinyl. It's blue and red, but there's not enough red in it for my liking compared to the photo of it on their website. But very nice all the same. This is the Blood Records exclusive, I think. We'll find out in a minute. Did I make a note on this? Yes, I did. Yes, this is the Blood Records exclusive. There was 500 of these made, and I've got number 268. And this is a nice tricolor red, white and blue. This is the HMV exclusive pink version. It's a slightly translucent pink. This is the Sound of Vinyl's exclusive red and blue split version. Again, this one came signed. That's very nice. So you may have noticed on all the previous ones, the Darkness font is in pinky red, and Frankie's wearing red tie and braces. This is the Amazon exclusive version, which it is in green and he's wearing green. So you can guess what colour the vinyl is on this. Red. This is the Wax and Beans exclusive version. So not only does it come signed, take it out of their sleeve, and it's on a nice starburst, I think they call that effect, vinyl, which is very nice. But also it comes with this. So this is with numbered, so I had number 186 of 250. But this is a magnetic strip. If you saw my Lottery Winners Coco video, you'll know I've got this plinth from Wax and Beans from them. So this is designed nicely so that it just sticks onto there for your now playing or now spinning shots, which I think is a nice idea rather than just having a bit of cardboard or something. Yeah. I will also mention, which I meant to on my Lottery Winners video as well, how impressed I was with the service from Wax and Beans. In as much as with both packages I received from them for each album, they had written inside the packaging a nice little comment. I'll put them both up here. So the first one was actually from the Lottery Winners package. And then the second one was in with the Darkness one. But I just thought that was a lovely touch. This is the Asai Records edition. So this comes in one of those annoying stick down sleeves. I can't stand. It comes with a signed Obi. And I've got number 37 of 300. Slightly better signature from Justin, but unfortunately Rufus's wraps round the Obi. And then this is on blue. Yeah, this is on blue vinyl. This is the limited edition UK Tour picture disc LP. So this was from their website. Unfortunately, as is typical with these types of sleeve, it has come with split seams. So it will go into an outer as well. But that is typical with picture disc sleeves. Yeah, so the front is like that, and round the edge is the tour dates, or are the tour dates. And the gig I went to, Portsmouth Guildhall. And then on the other side is sort of the band floating in space. So this is the Christmas edition on vinyl. So completely different artwork, same as the CD. With Mistletoe and Wine as a bonus track. Different inner. And this is on a Christmassy splatter. Red and green. Very, my one at least, very narrow splatter on it. But nice all the same. And that was from their website, obviously. This is the indie exclusive orange LP. So this was exclusive to independent stores, possibly only Record Store Day stores. I think that's how they tend to work it, but I might be wrong there. This I got from A Slice of Vinyl, my local record shop. So it's got an exclusive sticker on it. A Slice of Vinyl were fortunate enough that they managed to get signed prints to give away with the album as well. And it's one per copy, so there's mine. And again, better signature from Justin on these. Yeah, this is orange vinyl, translucent. And then I also bought what is the standard version of the album, which is the white vinyl, I think. I mean, the only thing I'm missing is a black vinyl version. So it might be that that is what the extra copy that I don't have is. I shall look into that and see if anywhere is stocking just a black vinyl version, and that's what I'm missing. No, there's no black vinyl version of the album. But again, because I bought 2 copies, I got 2 signed prints, and it's another nice one. They did also receive a signed test pressing, which they are putting into a draw for everyone who bought the album, and somebody will win it. They haven't done that draw yet, so I don't know if I have won that. And then finally, this is the standard version from their web store, which again came with a signed print. They certainly did a lot of signing for this album. And this is a nice red and black splatter. I should have been sat here, instead of an Inside Number 9 t-shirt from when I saw that live, I should have been sat here in a Darkness Dreams on Toast t-shirt, because when I ordered this and the standard CD version as a bundle, I ordered it as a bundle with said t-shirt. However, when they arrived, t-shirt was not in the package. I went on their web store and onto the Contact Us page, and it was shit. It wouldn't send. Tried it on my computer, tried it on my phone. You'd just click send and it would just go ... and back to send again. And I got no acknowledgement, no receipt. They obviously never received the query. So the next day, having waited 24 hours just in case, still nothing from them. So I used the chat facility on their website. That worked fine, although there was nobody available at that time to deal with. They responded via email the next day. Unfortunately, all the t-shirts were sold out, and they are shown as sold out on the web store, so they couldn't send me a replacement, so they did refund me that portion of the order, £17 something, which has gone through fine. So not ideal. I'd rather have had the t-shirt, obviously, but dealt with quickly and efficiently. But yes, that is, I thought, all the vinyl and CD versions of the album. I'm going to do a bit of research now and see if I can find what that other version is, and I will put on the screen at some point what that version is if I do find one, and rest assured, if it is still available, I will be ordering it to complete the set. Okay, just recorded this once, didn't press record. So after I finished recording the video that you are in the middle of watching, I did a Google search to see what the Mystery 13th version of the vinyl was. Initially saw one and thought, I haven't got that one. Jumped on the website because they said they only had 2 copies left. Ordered it. As soon as I'd finished the order, I thought, you have got that one. It's the orange vinyl. You got it from a slice of vinyl. Pillock. Right, had to cancel. Email us on this address. Emailed them. I've been an idiot. Is it possible to cancel it? Sorry. This was... It was either Saturday or Sunday that I did it. I think it was Sunday. And it said on there that, we answer queries 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So I thought, okay, well, hopefully, Monday morning they'll see this and be able to cancel it. Sunday afternoon, your vinyl's been dispatched. Oh, bugger. I thought, well, maybe that's just an automated email and I'll still be okay. But no, Monday morning, got an email from the shop saying, unfortunately, having checked, it has gone through the dispatch process, so obviously we can't cancel it. But that's absolutely fine. It was my mistake. I'm an idiot. So I have an extra copy on orange vinyl, which I'm sending to my good friend Craig Huntley, which is fine by me. That's, glad to be able to send him something of all the stuff he sends me. Carried on Googling and found what I was missing. So this was listed as a Spotify listeners exclusive. Now, I have Spotify, but I don't use it. I don't stream music at all, really. The only time I stream music in any way is on YouTube, and that's normally just research either. So, for example, with The Darkness, I listened to all their singles they'd released off this album before I went to see the live show, so that I had them in my head. If A Slice of Vinyl announced an in-store and it's somebody I'm not familiar with, I'll go on YouTube and listen to a few tracks to see if I want to go and see them. But that's really the only time I stream music line. I like to listen to my physical formats, obviously. But yeah, it said this was a Spotify listeners exclusive, but it just had a link and I just followed it and it went to Townsend Music Store and I was able to order it. I didn't need to prove I had a Spotify account or anything else. And it came a couple of days later and this is it. So not signed or anything like that. Standard as all the others, but it's a nice black splatter. So I'm glad to actually complete this with the Amazon CD. I now have all the CD versions and all the vinyl versions. A couple of other things I wanted to mention whilst I have you here. The download versions of it. There was obviously a standard download version. Then, during the week of release, possibly even announced on the day of release, they released a deluxe edition, which was only available for that week. And that had the album, because it has to include the album to qualify for the charts, obviously. But then, demo versions of all the tracks on the album. And the last track on the album, Weekend in Rome, is completely different lyrics on that one and different title, which I can't remember off the top of my head. I haven't listened to it yet. I can't remember if I just said that. Having just recorded this once already, or not recorded it, I can't remember what I haven't said. But yeah, it'll be interesting to listen to that with the alternate lyrics. They also did a good thing. You could order, well, you can still buy them, I believe, all the live shows on the tour they recorded, and you could order a download of said show. That came with the album, again, to make it chart eligible, which I bought the one for the show I went to at Portsmouth Guildhall, and I've downloaded it again, not listened to it, but it's got the album, and then at the end it's just one track with the whole live show on. But yeah, that's a nice idea, because obviously it will generate people who went to the shows will think, oh, I'd like a memento of that, and they'd download it. So it's a nice thing to have as an attendee of the shows. They also did, which a lottery winner just did as well, but I didn't mention on Matt's video, at the tour shows you could buy a laminate which had a QR code on. They were £5 at the Darkness. I think they were £10 for the lottery winners. But you scan your QR code, you can download the album, which as long as you do during release week would have been chart eligible. And then it's got loads of bonus bits on it, video content and what have you. I didn't get either of those, mainly because I couldn't be bothered to queue at the merch desk. If they'd had, the video content would have been nice, but if they had lots of bonus tracks or something like that, then probably I would have bothered. But I think there was one bonus track on the lottery winners one, but that wasn't enough to get me to bother to queue, basically. Although it is a physical thing, a laminate I wouldn't class it as physical media, obviously. So I, as I say, didn't bother with either of those. But good idea, and I think it's one of the reasons that these acts are now touring ahead of the albums rather than after the albums are out, because it can generate more first week sales by doing things like that. But yeah, that's that. The other thing I wanted to do was just give you a very brief review of the album. So I've listened to it 3 or 4 times now. Absolutely love it. It's been, said it's their best album since Permission to Land, their debut. I'd probably agree with that. I've enjoyed all their albums to one degree or another. But this has got something special. I think it's because it's musically quite different from their other albums. It reminds me, when I listen to it, I think, oh, Queen's A Night at the Opera. In as much it's all the various styles of music. So whereas most of their other ones have been straight out heavy rock, metal, any ballads on it have been what I would call rock ballads, you know, anthemic ballads. On here there's a variety of styles. You've got your heavy rock tracks, of course, but there's a couple of country tinged tracks. There's more pop ballad type ballads. There's one track that's almost got a I described it before when I recorded as vaudeville, but I don't think that's quite the phrase I want. Sort of a... So if you're familiar with Queen's Night of the Opera, lazing on a Sunday afternoon... Lazing on a Sunday afternoon. That sort of quirky, Noel Coward-y almost style. There's one bit of harmony at the start of, and I still can't remember this, I couldn't remember it last time, Hot on My Tail. There's harmonies that go into that are so Queen-like. It's unbelievable. Whether Rufus Taylor's contribution as the son of Roger Taylor, whether his harmony is similar to Roger's and that's what's giving it, I don't know. But it was just such, you know, it's only about 5-10 seconds, but it could literally be bang in the middle of Night of the Opera, like just that little harmony bit. But yeah, really enjoy the album. I'm enjoying it more and more with each listen. I Hate Myself. I've remembered it just a minute ago. I Hate Myself. Such an earworm. They closed the set with it when I saw them live, and it sort of stuck in my head for days after that. Then I listened to the album and it was straight back in there, and it's been going round and round in my head ever since, although Longest Kiss is starting to creep in as well. And then every time I listen to the Lottery Winners album, Turn Around creeps in as well. So I've sort of got these three earworms going around my head at the moment. But yes, particularly I Hate Myself just is in there all the time. But yeah, really great album. Really enjoyed it. That is everything I wanted to say. I've definitely recorded it this time. So back to Past Me. Again, disappointing that they didn't get to number one, but still a great chart result for them. They did cancel. They were doing a signing tour, sort of as at the same time as they were doing their tour, and they did cancel a load of them, which hasn't gone down great in some circles, I believe, citing exhaustion, basically, which is understandable because they do put on a full-on live show. But that should have been factored in when they arranged it. So, yeah, that might have slightly affected their sales, but it wouldn't be enough to have got them number one. So, Mumford & Sons, their total sales were just under 36,000 units. The Darknesses was... I've lost it. Just under 28,000 sales. They would have needed 8,000 more sales, basically, to get to number one. So, nowhere near enough from a few signings. Anyway, I'm waffling. As I've said on previous instalments of this, I understand that some people don't see the point of collecting all these variants. I like the fact with this one that the vinyl variants, there's a lot more varied from, I mean, there's more of them anyway, but a lot more varied from the Lottery Winners ones. There's lots of splatter and different coloured, you know, multicoloured vinyl releases. So yeah, I liked that anyway as part of my collecting bug. But yeah, as I've said, I understand that people don't get why I would want this many copies. I don't do it for everyone. It is only certain acts where I am completist in one form or another. And The Darkness are one of them. Lottery Winners another. As I say, there's only a handful of others that I would do this for. It just happened that it was 2 albums in 2 consecutive weeks, so Postman was busy. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.